All right, we'll do some yoga. So I was looking through some of my stuff the other day, and I've had this like paper on the front of my notebook since I was in college, and I think I only read it once when I was in college. And so I picked it up this morning. I was like, wow, that is much more meaningful now than it was 15 years ago. So I'm going to share that with you this morning. So find a comfortable seat on your mat. Reach up to the crown of your head so your spine grows a little bit longer. Soften the shoulders away from your ears. And start that intentional breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Walking the labyrinth. Your life is a sacred journey, and it is about change, growth, discovery, movement, transformation. Continuously expanding your vision of what is possible. Stretching your soul, learning to see clearly and deeply. Listening to your intuition. Taking courageous challenges at every step along the way. You're on a path, exactly where you're meant to be right now. And from here, you can go forward, shaping your life story into a magnificent tale of triumph, of healing, of courage, of beauty, of wisdom, of power, of dignity, and of love. So take a moment to just let those words sink in. And begin to infuse them with a deeper, stronger breath, turning on that Ujjayi breath if you haven't already. And we'll work today with being as present as possible, cluing into our body, allowing the breath to help keep us anchored in the present. So take 3 more very big, very intentional breaths, infusing yourself with those words, with this present moment. And if there's something else that's calling for you, or calling to you rather, as an intention this morning, weave that in as well. And slowly opening your eyes. Bring the soles of your feet together in a Baddha Konasana. And we're going to take this silly Nepali move, so just, flap your legs. And go slow at first, maybe gaining some speed. And then bring it to a stopping position. Lengthen up even more through the crown of your head. Keep that length. Exhale, hinging from your hips. And start to fold forward. And it's not about depth here, it's really about sensation. So going to that first edge And then soften rather than pulling, rather than pushing, to see if you can melt a little more into the stretch. And then once again, infusing this with your breath. Relax through the head, soften through the neck, yeah. Take a few more deep breaths here. I'm going to pass you all your rocks. See if you can breathe a little bit deeper, all the way down into the hips. On your inhale, rise up out of the folds. Then bring your hands to your outer thighs, help the legs back together. If you don't remember, the rock means you want an assist. So if you want assist, you put the rock on your mat. It's the new rule. All right, come into a cross-legged position. What? Put it on your mat if you want assists. Yeah. If you don't, you can keep it hiding somewhere in the grass and just use it as power. So, anyway, I'm silly. All right, so we're gonna take 3 breaths in Uddiyana Bandha and then 3 breaths in Agnisara. So real quick demo here. You're gonna exhale all the air out, pull the belly in and up, hold empty. So it'll look something like this. Most of you know Agnisara, same action, but instead of holding the belly in, couldn't see you, Lisa. You'll press the belly out, pull it in, something like this. So 3 rounds of each. Bring fingertips back behind you. Sit up nice and tall. As you're ready, exhale strongly out the mouth, come forward. Hold empty. Draw belly button in and up, hollowing out. When you're ready to inhale, release the abdominals, release the throat. Inhale, rise back up, fingertips back behind you, lift. Huge breath in. Exhale strongly out the mouth, fold forward. Hold empty, navel towards spine. When you're ready, release the abdominals, rise back up. Do 1 more round at your own pace. Moving into Agnisara. Switch the cross of your legs. Deep breath in, lift up. Exhale strongly out the mouth. Draw belly in and up this time. Instead of holding the belly in, hold the breath out. Press the belly out. Pull it in, press it out, pull it in as many times as you can. Nice. As you're ready, inhale, release the belly, rise back up. Do that twice more at your own pace. And stay forward, folding deeper over your legs, taking 3 more deep breaths into your low back. Softening through your jaw. chest. Inhale, slowly rise up out of the fold. Extend your legs forward, give them a little shake out. And roll down onto your back. No, not everyone has rolls, okay. Grab hold of your roll, place it in between your thighs. You actually will need a roll today. All right. Place your roll in between your thighs, snug up towards the pubic bone, right where it starts to feel uncomfortable. Extend your legs straight up to the sky. Interlace the hands behind your head and then shift your fingers over one position so you're clasping in your non-habitual way. It may feel a little awkward, that's what you want. Take a deep breath, spread across the low back with your breath. Hold that breath in, press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone up, squeeze tightly around your prop. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze a little more, pull low belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath, press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone up, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades come up, squeeze a little more, draw navel down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Shoulder blades lift, squeeze a little more, draw belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulder blades. Squeeze a little more, draw sit bones in, pull belly down. Awesome. Inhale, relax head and shoulders. You're welcome to keep your knees bent if this starts to bother your low back. Take a huge breath in. Hold that breath. Press mid-spine into mat. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades lift. Squeeze a little more, draw sit bones down and in, pull belly down. Inhale, relax head and shoulders. All right, 2 rounds of 3-part twisting abs. And that's it. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. Press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades lift. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, keep head and shoulders up. Squeeze your prop. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, back to center, squeeze. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Squeeze, pull belly down. Back through center, hold full. Squeeze. Exhale, reach elbows as high as you can. Reach legs as high as you can. Draw belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Take an extra breath. We've got 1 more round. Huge breath in. Hold full. Press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone. Squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze a little more. Pull belly down. Inhale, keep head and shoulders up. Squeeze your prop. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Squeeze a little more. Pull belly down. Back through center. Squeeze your prop. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Back through center, squeeze your prop. Exhale, reach torso higher, reach legs higher, draw navel down. And inhale, release all the way to the earth. Set your prop lovingly aside. Walk your feet mat width apart and let's do some windshield wiper legs. On your exhale, lower the knees to one side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, over to the other side. Just get into a rhythm that feels good to your body here. Maybe it feels delicious to stay for an extra breath or so on one side. Easing your way back to center. Setting up for bridge pose with a quad stretch. So make sure your Prop is reachable. If you have a block, you may want to use that instead. Otherwise, you get to use your handy-dandy rolled-up mat. So feet are hip width apart. Inhale, peel your spine up and away from the mat, lifting into bridge. Take hold of your prop, place it underneath your hips, a little bit lower towards your sit bones, so not in the small of your low back, but closer down towards your butt. All right. Keep that left foot planted. Reach down. Grab hold of the right foot. You may need to do some finagling to get there. And then walk that right foot back towards your right armpit. You have two options. You can keep the heel facing the ground, or you can turn the top of the foot so it's pressing into the earth. From here, to increase the quad stretch, you'll either draw the heel down or walk the toes closer to your armpit. So if you're working with the heel, press it towards the earth, and then everybody hug that right knee closer towards the center of your body, closer to that left thigh. Should feel a pretty intense stretch here. Anyone not feel a stretch? You can wave your hand and I'll help you out. Okay, well I can't see anyone waving a hand, so we're going to go with no. Okay. Keep pressing into the earth with that left foot. Breathing into the right quad. We'll take 3 more breaths. Release. Step the right foot back to the underneath the knee. So you're in a 90-ish degree angle. Reset through the prop if needed. Switching to the second side. Remember to breathe as you're moving through this. Left foot walks its way back towards the armpits. Either the heel reaches towards the ground or the top of the foot presses into your mat. If you're not feeling much, I recommend the heel facing the earth and then working that heel closer to the ground. Hug that left thigh towards the right leg so you feel that engagement through the inner thighs, supporting the depth of this stretch. And then really root down to the right foot so the prop is almost not needed. The prop is ancillary. Take a few more deep breaths into this left quad. Release. Place left foot next to the right. Press down through both feet. Remove your prop. We're going to take 3 more breaths in bridge pose. Really rooting into the earth, lifting through the hips. Untucking tailbone. Slowly roll your spine down to the mat. Release here by either pressing the thighs away or hugging the knees into your chest. Close your eyes. Take a moment to just feel. Roll over onto your left side. Press your way up to a seat. And come all the way forward for dolphin of the day. So elbows directly under shoulders. If you're familiar with dolphin, pop right in. Don't wait for me to give you the guidance. Hands either clasped or forearms parallel. Lift up in between the shoulders so you feel that extension in the spine. Reach the sit bones up to the sky, coming into dolphin. Yeah, so head is up off the ground, but head is heavy towards the earth. Gina, press your hands into the mat. Yeah. Fingers spreading wide. Keep lifting up in between the shoulders, feeling for space. Down the upper back. Your next inhale, extend the left leg up to the sky. Spread your toes so there's activation here. Really lifting and relax your head even more, Katie. Lifting up out the shoulders, yeah. Feel the core engaging to support you. Take 2 more deep breaths here. Exhale, lower the left foot. Inhale, extend the right leg up to stand. Relax your head even more. Spread the toes, take 2 more deep breaths. See, I came in assisted, so I didn't have to do dolphin. Just kidding. All right, on your exhale, lower that right foot down. Last inhale in dolphin. Exhale, knees to the earth, child's pose, embryo, or puppy. Melting into the earth here. Take a few deep breaths, just letting the ground hold you. Saturating your back body with breath. Over the next breath to 3 breaths, make your way up to hands and knees and just start to move here through cat-cow, or really anything that feels good to your body. So really no right or wrong way to do this. It's just flowing, moving. And over the next 3 breaths, make your way back to your first downward facing dog. So no rush to get there, but eventually arriving. Taking your own path to arrive in your down dog. And once you arrive in your down dog, take a little assessment of your body. Because down dog is sort of this temperature gauge pose where you can check in with what's going on in your physical body today. So maybe you feel that your calves are extra tight and you want to breathe down into that space. Maybe your shoulders are talking to you and you want to walk your hands wider apart. Maybe your outer hips feel a little bit and you want to shift the feet wider apart and get a deeper stretch. So really choosing your own adventure, taking a few more breaths in this pose. Exhale all the air out. Step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift for that spinal extension. Exhale to fold it in. Let's do that much again. Inhale, spinal extension, reach back to the sit bones, lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, fold it in. And inhale, roll your way all the way up. Sweeping arms overhead, maybe a little back bend if that feels good. Exhale, hands to heart, center. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Now you get to play with the tree leaves. Inhale, step left foot back, lunge. Lower your knee down, lift and open, and we'll stay here for a few breaths. So if you're feeling a little bit soft in the low back, you can always bring the hands to the thigh. You can always turn this more into a back bend, lifting through the heart. Exhale, lower your hands all the way to the earth. Step back to plank pose. I've got tree in my hair. All right. You're welcome to stay here and go directly to down dog or flow through that vinyasa, lowering slowly, chaturanga. Inhale for cobra, lifting the heart, shoulder blades draw back. Exhale, ease your way to downward facing dog. Inhale, step left foot forward, lunge. Keep that inhale going, lift and open, telescoping the ribs. Soften through the shoulders, find the breath. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward folds. Inhale, rise all the way up, reaching tall. Exhale, hands to heart, to center. Flowing here, inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Move at your own pace. Inhale, step right foot back, lunge. Keep that inhale going, lift and open. Exhale, hands to the earth, step to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, lifting the heart. Exhale, make your way back downward facing dog. Really flowing with breath. Inhale, step right foot forward. Lift and open. Exhale, hands to mat, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, re-extend. Maybe closing your eyes, exhale as you fold. Inhale, step left foot back, feel that connection to the ground, and then really open up with the heart, spreading through fingertips, lifting to the chest. Yeah, nice, Jen. Exhale, hands to mat, step to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, left foot forward lunge. Open it up. Exhale, hands to mat, forward folds. Inhale, rise all the way up, reaching tall, maybe that back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Last round, reach and open. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, right foot back, lunge. Lift and open. Exhale, hands to mat, step to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, open the heart. Beautiful. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step right foot forward, lunge. Inhale, reach open. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward folds. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center, mountain pose. Rest your arms by your sides. Keep your eyes closed. Take a few breaths, just feeling. Soft spread through the fingers. And feel for reaching that breath all the way down into the palms of your hands. Running all the way through your core, down through your legs. Inhale, re-extend the arms. Keep your eyes closed. Sit back to chair pose, Utkatasana. You can always take a different variation with your arms here. Lifting through your heart. So there's a little bit of compression in your mid to low back. That's okay. Yeah. Nice, Lisa. Take one more inhale. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Hang out here for a few breaths. Interlace your hands in opposite elbows, a little ragdoll situation, allowing gravity to traction the spine. Yeah, nice, Gina. You may want to roll it side to side. Let the head go a little bit more, relaxing through the neck, feeling for a release through the upper spine. Release the arms. Inhale, spinal extension, that halfway lift, re-elongating. Love when I make upwards. Exhale, fold forward, place your hand on the mat, and just step your way back to plank. We're going to hang out here for a few breaths, so if this is too much on the wrists, come down to your forearms. Draw in through the core. Yeah, that isometric contraction. So the heels of your hands draw back. The pads of the toes push forward, feeling that core engagement. 2 more breaths here. Maybe we should stay for 3 minutes. Maybe that should be our next challenge. Lisa's like, hell no. All right, lower all the way down to your belly. All the way down. All right, hands next to the chest. On your inhale, peel just the chest and head up off the mat. So you're in a low cobra. Shoulder blades pull back, elbows reach back, so you're using the back muscles to lift through the heart. Awesome. And then keep pointing through the toes. Claw the hands into the earth. See if you can traction the spine more forward. Notice if you're trying to look up, keep the head in line with the rest of your spine. 2 more breaths. Exhale, lower down. Turn your head to the right. Place the back of your left hand onto your low back. Take 3 infusing breaths into your low back kidney area. Inhale. Place the left hand back on the mat, forehead to the mat. Coming into Salabhasana, also known as locust or boat pose, depending on the style of yoga you're doing. On your inhale, peel the chest and head up off the mat. Now reach the arms back behind you, lift the legs up. Yep. Floating here. Shoulder blades hug towards spine. Fingertips reach back. Reach to the toes. Take 2 more breaths. Press the belly into the earth with that inhale. Exhale, lower down, turn your head to the left. Right back of your hand goes onto the low back. Take 3 deep breaths here. From here you have 2 options. Option 1 is to press up through hands and knees and back to down dog. The other option is to take a reversed chaturanga, tucking the toes under. Press down to the hands, come up through a plank, and then all the way back to downward facing dog. Yes, awesome. Head hangs heavy. On your inhale, float that left leg up to the sky. Exhale, bend the left knee, open up through the hip. Take a breath into that hip flexor. Let it expand into the quadricep, up into the side body. Inhale, re-extend the left leg. Exhale, as slowly as you can, step that left foot through. So you're going against gravity, going against momentum. Warrior 2. So back heel roots. Inhale, windmill your way up. Warrior 2. So you're facing the white garage side of the space. Bless you. Exhale, release your arms in front of you. Shoulder shrug. So take a huge breath, spread across the upper back. Lift the shoulders up as high as you can, all the way to your ears. Squeeze the shoulder blades straight back. Exhale, keep squeezing, drag the shoulder blades down the spine. Yes. Inhale into the upper back. Exhale, hug mid-shoulder blades towards spine, squeeze your hands. Pull shoulder blades down. Inhale into the upper back. Exhale, bend elbows, draw bottom tips of shoulder blades, elbows towards spine, pull it all down. Inhale into the upper back. And release the arm, get a little roll out through the shoulders. Inhale, float the arms back up, parallel to the earth. Flip that left palm to the sky. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Keep drawing that left knee forward, extending through this left side body. Feeling for space from the knee joint all the way up through the hips. Finding that space, and you're still driving that quad forward, not broad forward. Breathing into this left side of the body. you'd like to take a neck stretch, reach that left arm forward. Head hangs heavy towards the right shoulder. And then breathe in this left side of the neck, just massaging some of that tension. The breath. And then reach through that left hand. Ease your way back up, warrior two, into an extended warrior with a heart opener. So left forearm comes to left thigh. I haven't assisted people for like a year and a half. This is so exciting. Left forearm down, right arm reaches straight up to the sky, open through the heart. And if at any point you don't want to assist anymore, move your rock off your mat and I will not touch you, I promise. Lifting through the heart. Let the head hang. Breathe here from that left elbow all the way across the chest, up through the fingertips. Yeah. Stay here, or option to wrap that right arm behind your back to take a bind, either tucking the hand into your clothing or grabbing hold of the inside of that left thigh, opening more through the shoulder, and then really let the head go. This is one of my favorite neck stretches. So allowing that left ear to hang towards the left shoulder. Press that left elbow deeper into the left quad, lift up out of the shoulder. Yeah, that's it. There you go. Unwind, release the right hand. Bring both hands down to the mat. Step back to plank, lower to your knees. You guys are going to love me. Grab hold of your rolled up mat. Lisa knows what's coming. Lay on down. Right in that soft spot of your belly where it feels phenomenally uncomfortable. Yep. Lay on down, relax onto that roll, and just love the roll in your belly. If you feel like you can't breathe, focus the breath into the low back. Coming into a low cobra, Sphinx pose. So bring your forearms parallel to one another, prop up onto your elbows. Reach back through the feet. You can stay here in Sphinx or add a little more to it by pressing the hands into the ground, lifting the elbows up and drawing your chest forward. So you're pulling more into that mat. Now breathe. You're not propping yourself away. Pull yourself into it. Yeah, 2 more breaths. Exhale, soften the belly. Roll deeper over that roll. We'll take 2 more breaths here. If you feel a little nauseous, that's normal. Inhale. Press back up to hands and knees. Remove your lovely roll. Come on. Into downward facing dog. Inhale, extend the right leg up to the sky, slowly floating it towards the trees. Exhale, bend that right knee, open up through the hip. Yeah, nice, Joanne. Feel for space in this right side body. Let the head go. Notice if you're trying to lead even more, Katie. Keep the head just hanging towards the ground. There you go. Inhale, re-extend the right leg, and as slow as you can, step that right foot through. It's like you're pulling the leg through molasses. Warrior two. Rise up with your inhale. Facing the butterfly bush. Release your arms. Shoulder shrugs. Take a huge breath into the back of the heart. Draw the shoulders up as high as you can. Pull them straight back. Keep squeezing. Exhale, drag the shoulder blades down the spine. Inhale into the back of the heart. Exhale, hug mid-shoulder blades towards spine. Pull down. Inhale into the upper back. Exhale, bend elbows. Draw bottom tips of shoulder blades, elbows towards spine. Pull down. Release the arms, give a little roll out through your shoulders. And then float the arms back up, parallel to the earth. Reverse warrior, flip that right palm to the sky. Exhale, reach up and back, opening through this right side body. Keep driving that right knee forward, and then infuse your obliques with breath. Just noticing all the space that you created with that roll, and then filling that space with breath, allowing that stretch to support you. Moving into your next stretch, reach the right arm forward. Relax that left side of your head closer towards the left shoulder. I guess it's relax your whole head towards the left shoulder. Breathe here into this right side of the neck. Relax the jaw, maybe moving the neck a bit here. Melting and unwinding some of the tension. And reaching through that right hand, come back up through warrior two, all the way into your extended warrior with the heart opener. So right forearm to right thigh, left arm extends to the sky. Maybe brushing a leaf if you're lucky. Nope, none of you are close enough. It's disappointing. Breathe into the chest. Lifting through the heart. Maybe closing your eyes and imagining that space, opening you up even more, creating more area for your body to breathe, more softness to tap into. Your exhale, wrap the left arm behind your back, either tucking the hand into clothing or grabbing hold of the inner thigh, and then let the head go. Yeah. Press that right forearm further into the right quad, lift up out of the shoulder, and then relax through the neck. Maybe moving the low jaw, popping your ears. Inhale, unwind. Place your hands all the way down to the mat. Slowly step back to plank pose. Place that fancy roll under your belly. Right where it's uncomfortable. All right. Moving into wave dancer, phase 3. Hands next to your chest. On inhale, press the belly out. Rise up. So a little bit of in your hands. Your belly is what's lifting you. Exhale, shift the weight into your hands. Soften through the abdominals. And then slowly, as you draw the shoulder blades back, lower more over that roll. It should dig a little bit deeper into your abs. Inhale, press out through the belly. Use that to lift yourself up. Weight shifts into your hands. Soften the belly. Relax over the roll. Let it move deeper into your abdominals. We'll do that once more. Inhale, press out through the belly. Weight shifts more into your hands. Reach through the toes. Slowly melt over that roll, drawing shoulder blades away from the ears. Relax over the roll. 2 more breaths. Can you relax a little more? Inhale, press your way up to hands and knees. Set that roll lovingly aside. Press back to down dog. Inhale, left leg extends up to the sky. Without momentum, step left foot through crescent lunge. So back heel and knee are lifted. Reach the arms behind you to rise up. I'm going to flip around so I can see most of you. And then come all the way up perpendicular to the earth. Exhale, bend your elbows, lift and open through the heart. can always bend that back knee to create more mobility in the lower spine. Infuse this front part of the body with breath. Expanding into your heart. Inhale, re-extend the arms. Exhale into a spinal twist, either hooking the right elbow over the left thigh for your prayer twist, or bringing that right hand down to the ground, left hand to the thigh, or left arm to the sky for a basic twist. At any point, your back knee can come down for support. Keep that breath strong, helping guide you deeper in this pose. Inhale, unwind. Place your hands back onto the mat. Step to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga all the way to your belly. Boat grabbing sit bones. Reach down, grab your butt. So if you're wearing tighty whities, it'd be right where that bottom seam was. On your inhale, peel the chest and head up off of the mat. Use the grip of your hands to lift the chest even more. Yeah. Draw shoulder blades together, draw elbows together, lift through the heart. Keep the thighs rooting, reach back through the toes. And exhale, lower down. Hands next to your chest. Press all the way back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and down dog. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale, left leg stays rooted. Inhale, right leg reaches up to the sky. Man, I almost made us completely uneven. Exhale, step the right foot through, crescent lunge. Rise up with your inhale. Arms extend to the sky. Come into that heart opener, bend your elbows, lift the chest. Keep your neck in line with the rest of your spine so you're not cranking to the head, but letting the lift and the space come from the heart. Finding your breath here. Inhale, re-extend the arms, rise back upright. Exhale into your spinal twist. Either hooking that left elbow over the right thigh or come into that twist with the left hand down, right arm extending up. Back knee can always come down for support. Katie, draw the right shoulder blade further onto your back. Yeah. And then option to let your head hang. Nice, Jen. Breathing here in your twist. Use that Uddiyana Bandha, so that engagement at the end of the exhale, to pull you safely deeper into your twist. Inhale, unwind, step back to plank pose. Chaturanga all the way down to your belly. Knees can always support that lowering. Boat with shoulder shrugs. So bring your arms out like cactus arms. On your inhale, lift up into Salabhasana. Chest, head, arms, and legs lift, but keep your arms in your cactus goal pose situation. Deep breath into the back of the heart. On exhale, hug shoulders, shoulder blades, elbows towards spine, pull down. Yes, inhale into the back of the heart. Exhale, hug shoulders, shoulder blades, elbows towards spine, drag down. Last one, inhale into the back of the heart. Exhale, hug shoulders, shoulder blades, elbows towards spine, pull down. Inhale, spread across the back of the heart. Exhale, release. Hands next to your chest. Press up and back, downward facing dog. Exhale to step left foot forward. Low lunge. So add some padding under that right knee if you need. Bring your hands up to the left thigh. Starting out with a deep low lunge. So shift that left foot forward. And then start to draw the hips closer to the ground. Now this may be where you want to stay. Or you can bring hands to hips, or one or both arms can extend to the sky. This is more about the back bend and the quad stretch than anything else. Make sure your breath is still fluid, intentional. Moving into a lunge back bend. Lift up out of the quads slightly. You have a few options here. Option 1, hands on your hips, shoulder blades hug spine, lifting through the chest. Option 2, you'll bend the right knee, reach back, grab hold of the foot with one or both hands, and then kick the foot into your hands, lift up even more through the chest. Yeah, so Gina, press the chest forward, lift even more through the heart. Breathe through the discomfort. And then release. Ease your way back into plank pose. Take your time to arrive. Knees come down to the earth. One more belly back bend. So grab hold of that rolled up mat. Place it back under the belly. Lay on down. Turn your head to the right. Just soften into that roll. Inhale. Prop your way up onto the forearms, so you're in a Sphinx pose. Bend the right knee, reach back, find the right foot with your hands. You can stay here, or start to kick the foot into your hand. Lift up on or away from the ground with that left elbow, so it's a half bow pose. And release. Press up to hands and knees. Set your prop aside. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale. Step right foot forward. Low lunge. Lower that left knee to the ground. Hands onto the right thigh. Start to inch that right foot forward. Shift the hips forward. Lift through the chest. Moving into a back bend. So either accomplishing that by lifting to the chest, or one or both arms can extend to the sky. And just allow what's present for you to be present. Maybe closing your eyes so you're more in tune with yourself rather than the world around you. Deep lunge back bend. Bring your hands to your thighs if they aren't already. You may want to shift back so you're not as deep forward. Option 1 is hands on hips. Press the hips down to lift the chest. Option 2 is to bend that left knee. Grab hold of the foot with one or both hands. Start to kick the foot into the hands, lift to the chest. 5 more breaths, wherever you are. Lengthen out the breaths so you're not in duress, but instead melting into the intensity. Release. Carefully step back to plank pose. Knees lower down. Add that roll under your belly. Lay down onto the roll. Turn your head to the left. Take a few breaths here. Inhale, rise up onto your forearms, coming into Sphinx pose. All right, bend that left knee. Reach back, find the foot if you can. Kick the foot into your hand, maybe propping up into the palm of your hand, hugging that right elbow in, drawing forward. Awesome, 2 more breaths. Relax the jaw. And release. Come up to hands and knees. Exhale back to one final downward facing dog. Exhale, lower your knees to the earth. And come either to a seated position or a kneeling position. We'll take one more back bend of choice. So, a few options here. Camel pose. You can do this standing as well, hands on hips, drawing shoulders back, maybe bringing the hands to the heels, lifting from there. So that's one option. Option 2, if you're feeling kind of back bended out, you can take a bridge pose. So coming onto your back, just as we started. Or if you're feeling pretty loose and you have done wheel before, you can play around with wheel. Hands next to your shoulders, propping up into the top of your head, pressing down through your hands, lifting up into wheel. So wherever you choose, taking 10 breaths total. You can do that pose once for 10 breaths or twice for 5 breaths. If you'd like some support, wave me over. Whereas I'm just going to hang out laying here on my mat. You guys don't think I'm funny today, it's fine. If you're in camel, press your hands down so you create more space in the low back. And then lift the heart, yeah. 5 to 10 breaths. And there's no rush. But once you have completed that pose, make your way all the way onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. If it feels good, rock it softly side to side, massaging the spine. And then transition into happy baby pose. Reach down, grab hold of the outer edges of your feet with your hands. Knees point to the earth. If movement feels good, keep rocking side to side. Gather the soles of your feet together so it's over your chest. Your feet may be way far away from your face, that's fine. Take a deep breath into the low back. Exhale all the air out. Hold empty, Uddiyana Bandha, navel towards spine. And then reach the sit bones to the ground so you feel your low back spreading. When you're ready to inhale, release the abdominals. Do that 3 more times at your own pace. Navel to spine, sit bones towards earth. very peaceful time to move into Shavasana. So if there's any final movements or poses your body's creating, maybe a spinal twist or a Viparita Karani or shoulder stand, please take that. Next class, don't forget to bring your earplugs. And there's no rush, but as you do feel ready, making your way into final relaxation. Moving into your Shavasana. Arms resting by your sides. Heavy on the earth. Spreading the weight of your body into that. Rest your way up to a seat on your mat. Inhale to float your arms to the sky, stretching tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Just take a moment for gratitude for yourself, for your body, this time. The goodness in me bows to the goodness in you.